Dude, it's a real song.
Alright, good.
Regulators. We regulate any stealing of his property. We're damn good, too. But you can't be any geek off the street. Gotta be handy with the steel, if you know what I mean. Earn your keep.
See that? Earn your keep.
Regulators! Mother! It was a
Buddha.
What is up, jabronis?
Boot up, jabronis.
We are back again with another installment of the Humpcast, bitches. I'm really happy that you're joining us, even though I have no idea what you're doing right now. You could be touching yourself. I say that's fine. This week we're brought to you by Common Sense. By far the best gift shop, in my opinion. If you want to get some cool stickers and books, they're the place to go to. Wide varieties of incense available. This week we've got Justin Haper in the house of Somo. We've got Jake the Snake on the couch playing some game, Contra, the new school version of Contra. And we got fucking Frankie Fluxx, which really it's Frankie Huerta, but I like to call him Frankie Fluxx because it's fun. We're gonna jump into the Humpcast, bitches.
I said, damn, what's next?
Said, damn, boy, they're kitty aliens.
This week we're brought to you by Hams.
Yeah, 20 of them
30 packs.
for $12.99, if that.
I don't know if you can see the hams.
12 and some change.
Yeah.
It's a 30 pack of hams, bitches.
That's like
That's how we're rolling today.
540 something.
Yeah, like $5 for that.
Okay, yeah, it's $5. Shoot me in the mouth.
Welcome back once again for another exciting installment of the Humpcast, the Sodak Humpcast, your one and only spot to hear idiots babble about things, unless you want to go to Walmart and they're not going to be as interesting as us or as drunk, right?
That's not really true.
You think so? they'll be able to
I've seen some
be
pretty crazy shit at Walmart.
they'd be ushered away, you
They
know,
might not
by
be
the security.
drunk, but
Usher.
Yeah, they're quickly ushered
Oh
away.
shit, what the fuck? Don't even.
Do it, dude. Answer
What's
it.
up, dude?
Alright.
This guy.
So,
Yeah,
it seems a
Zach.
little high.
This is
Put it down.
ode to Zach. Hello?
So this
Yeah,
week
what's
we're once again happy to join you. This is our 13th installment of the Humpcast, and this week we decided, since it was
13.
the lucky number 13, slow clap. We'll wait for you guys to finish. Okay, you're done clapping out there.
Alright, you talk now.
Yeah, I just wanted to give an applause break for you people at home because I'm sure you broke into applause. 13 fucking episodes. That's 13 hours, man. You could almost spend half a day in bed if you're sick with the influenza and you really wanted to be annoyed by people babbling about shit. This is your thing to do. Or if you're stuck driving, or if you're just lonely. Maybe you're just lonely. What if you're like somehow isolated? You know what I mean? Trapped in a I don't know.
Trapped with a Kindle Fire.
Right, that's it. And then this is your only option.
Stuck in
You-
Alaska.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You-
this is ideal. This gives you a sense of home. We're here in South Dakota. It's a Wednesday.
Southern Sodak, as I refer to it.
So Sodak. That's so Sodak. So this week, since it's the 13th Humpcast, we decided that it's lucky 13, and so we're gonna hit every controversial topic that we can. Just get them out of the way. You know, you're not supposed to discuss religion or politics with people because these are such divisive topics that no one's supposed to touch them. So we're gonna talk a little bit, just go down the list of things that people find controversial. Jumping right into religion and politics. Views on religion, fellas. You said you would be ancient astronaut. I'll start here with Frank.
Yeah, I guess agnostic would be the most logical one.
If you had to label
If I had to label myself, that would be it. I mean, there's really, I can't really decide. But I do believe that people killing themselves over any religion is absolutely fucking ridiculous.
Okay.
I mean, it's absolutely absurd.
But I mean, I guess so. Your view though on like whatever. I mean, you say religion when I say religion, I think ultimately, like, I think it's just people trying to, like, understand the reality that they live in day to day.
Sure, that's a different kind of religious than I'm considering more of the
Is that more philosophical than spiritual?
Absolutely.
Because it seems like
no, they can be tied together. You know, like Buddhists and such. They're definitely a different breed of religious people as opposed to Christians or Jewish people.
Okay, so
who are more extremist, Jews, Muslims, and Christians.
Sure. Okay, so then, like I said, the way that I see it is just people trying to grapple with reality. What is your view as far you're a proponent of the multiverse?
Correct.
Theory, right?
Yep. String theory.
You think that we're just kind of like operating within this single cell, like that's a part of like a
I'm based more off of a scientific theory as opposed to any sort of fictional theory that is taken from a book written thousands of years ago, which we.
But what I'm getting at, what I'm
not necessarily sure of.
Sure. What I'm driving at is if you were going to label yourself, or if you're forced to, or just kind of like put things in a nutshell, you would say that you are a agnostic that pretty much would lean towards the multiverse being the most probable thing to you.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm in the exact same boat. Haper, jumping over to you. Anything on religion? Do you believe in? Have you accepted Jesus Christ in your heart as brother?
I have not.
Savior.
I usually meet religion with indifference, and I understand that a lot of people really focus what they do and how they perceive things on it, and I'm all right with that. I'm not going to talk about it with people, and I hope they don't talk about it with me. And yeah, just leave it at that. I'm more of the scientific.
I think we all kind of share that.
Yeah, I mean,
and I don't hate people like that or want to.
Yeah,
fight, you know what I mean?
I never
it's
call
more
it
like if they come preaching to me, then we're gonna have a problem.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
I'm totally fine with you doing whatever you do. If you're gonna be positive, and you're not gonna be sitting outside of like what is it? Planned Parenthood.
Yeah,
protesting.
Planned Parenthood.
What is it?
Planned Parenthood. That's the place where you go to get all of your abortions and your workout.
Sponsored by Planet Parenthood.
It's like an abortion
what's
spa.
that place? It's
Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood. That's what it is.
That is the best fucking band name I've ever heard.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, if you're sitting outside of an abortion clinic protesting, or even worse, like there's like a
those fuckheads that picket funerals. I'm sorry.
Yeah, or like a gay parade or something.
You know what? If you want to fucking if you want to celebrate some other person's death or deface a death, I don't have time for that. Someone died, fucking grieve for them, and however their immediate family or immediate surrounding or support group. Let them do it the way they want to do it. Don't step in and whether you agree or disagree. Picketing a funeral sounds like the stupidest fucking thing that could happen.
Well, but especially since I would assume most of the time it's to make some political point. You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
That's such a personal issue that politics needs to stay out of that.
But you know what? Again, I
think
religion drives a lot of that, unfortunately, and I think religion is very divisive. That's why we're talking controversial. It's like, man, it's people that take things too far, or they want to incorporate that that fundamentalist attitude and incorporate it in our lives and in our society. Like, that's gonna really fuck a lot of people up, man. Like
anytime religion
society,
used as an agenda,
no,
I don't like it. I'm all for religion. Some people.
If it helps people, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm not anti it at all.
Sure. But getting back to where we were though, Haper, we were at you discussing what everyone has their own perception of the life that they live, and what do you see as what do you think when you consider our universe and like where we're at? Like, what plane do you think we're on? What happens outside of infinity of our universe? Like, what do you think? Do you think that we're maybe just like the thought within a larger being? Do you think that maybe? I've got a few different ideas myself, but I'll go when it's my turn. So any views? Would you first of all would you label yourself agnostic, an atheist? What?
Indifferent is what I would say.
Well,
my understanding of it is.
I'm going to say agnostic.
I think we're an accident.
That's pretty much indifferent.
We're a galactic accident, and that's okay.
Right.
And that's okay.
You believe it came from somewhere, you just don't know where.
I just don't know where, and we didn't come from
totally
some big guy,
you acknowledge that you don't know.
with sea monkeys in it. Right. I don't believe
Preach the church of I don't know.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like Bill Maher says.
Exactly.
But yeah, but I'm not anti it. Just don't, if people want to fucking talk about it and get in your face and try to preach it, and you respectfully say, hey, I don't want to go down that path, and they want to keep talking about it, fuck off. I'm sorry.
Sure.
I'm not going to talk baseball. I'm not going to talk baseball with you guys if you don't want to fucking talk baseball. So respectful boundaries.
But I'm not asking you to like assert any like theories. You know what I mean? But I kind of am too, because like it's like what do you think? I mean, don't you have to wonder like all the rest of us? I mean, when the human brain, like we're these developed monkeys that we are, recording ourselves. And putting on the internet, well, whatever, for whatever we are, I mean, we're left to wonder, man. I think we all do. I think we all question like what the fuck we're doing. And when we're confronted with all these, this series of paradoxes, like, oh yeah, by the way, here's the concept of infinity. Boom, deal with that. Like, oh,
what the fuck is that?
My monkey brain, no work. Boom, my head explodes.
The idea of the universe cripples my mind.
Right.
It was, we're talking like 1998 or 99. I had a subscription to Discover something, and I remember at the time they were the most vivid photos of some of the moons of other planets. And I remember looking at that shit, and I was just like, I can't even fathom it. And it kind of freaked me out in a way, grossed me out in a way, and that's
craziness.
And that's where it's at for me.
That's funny that it impacts people in different ways.
The thing's so big.
Right.
There's so much, and we're getting better as the human race on planet Earth goes. We're getting better at traveling into it, observing it firsthand, looking at it through our different telescopes.
Right.
I'm amazed. I like it. I like outer space, and outer space and religion are two different things. But I tend to think outer space
more connected with religion.
I see nothing different. Well, think about it. What is every single religion based on? Look at it's all based on shit that is above, people's heads. They look up and they're like, where are we? They look out. They're flying around on this rock. They're primitive as hell. They know, basically the same amount as we do, because we're just it seems to me. I would say we're just within this petri dish, and we're like just cruising. You know what I mean? Along at this pathetic little pace, and we're clueless, man. We're fucking clueless, man. We really don't know much.
Wonders of the universe.
I'm gonna add a topic that we may not get to, but we will.
There we go. Nice.
All right.
Oh yeah, I want to say one thing. I went through a while of wondering, like, God, what the fuck? Obviously all of us have, for what we just said, but wondering what the fuck happens when we're not here anymore. When we die, say the whole human race gets fucking obliterated.
Are you saying the human race or yourself?
Me, the human race.
Everything?
Just say everything gets obliterated.
Just continues on.
Because
the cycle
exactly.
continues on.
Exactly, the cycle could continue on, but where? You know what I mean? Where? Because we got this whole universe that we're looking at.
Right. Well, I did hear one thing yesterday. They were talking about the origins of the universe, and they were saying like without gravity, at some point, the universe will just dissipate. Because you start with an event that's the Big Bang, and then it's just we can tell that the universe is expanding. Yeah, eventually, like all those fires will extinguish, all of that energy will be used up, and then we will just be a void, and that's it. And that's the natural course for every universe, which is why.
But what about this?
That makes sense. I mean, like if there's an event that creates all this fucking.
See, but you're also thinking that there is that void where it's constantly expanding, but then you have weird things that we don't understand, like black holes, which suck in matter, and nobody knows what happens to all that energy.
Which is fucked up, and then you get
what happens when you have one big, huge black hole? What's inside the black hole? Is there other universes?
That
the black hole?
You would think, yeah.
Therefore, there's gateways into the other universes. Therefore,
always.
we're all connected.
But eventually,
and then dark matter, and then there's all this other shit.
Dark matter is supposed to be the space that occupies in between.
No, what I'm saying is that eventually that universe's energy will be depleted so much so that if it collapses into a black hole, that's fine. But then you're dealing with a different universe. You're not talking about that original universe. I'm saying that the universe we're currently in, eventually over a huge amount of time, will eventually dissipate its energy. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like it'll dispense all of its energy. There's nothing left to burn. So then you're left.
Sure. But what would happen when the black hole has eaten everything that's left? Then what happens? It probably starts eating itself, which would create a singularity, which would create another Big Bang, which would create more matter.
So it just goes back. It just goes back to that fractal
so it
universe.
Starts all over again.
Yeah, it just goes back to that fractal universe idea, and the fact that that's rooted in math is the trippiest thing. And I think that like beyond like just like seeing like psychedelic images, because it is trippy to do the fractal zoom, I do believe that the fractal zoom is significant mathematically and philosophically, and really, I mean, like, you know, for all we know, 2,000 years from now, people could be bowing down in church in front of a fractal, and it could be the religion of Mandelbrot. I mean, like, no one knows. I mean, it's a pretty fucking weird world. Yeah. But so, very true. Jake, would you label yourself anything? You're a diehard fundamentalist Christian, right?
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right-wing constrictive.
No, actually,
what's that, Phelps?
Actually,
you and Phelps are Facebook buddies.
Phelps, Chris Phelps,
Pastor Phelps. He goes and protests like that dude, that gay dude that got beat up, and they fucking bunch of rednecks beat him up and like strung him up and left him to die and shit, and fucking he went there and protested his funeral.
That's fucking
He goes to Iraq vet fucking funerals and protests them.
So this
Which
guy
I don't even understand what.
Truly sickening. I don't even understand what the fuck that means.
It's true though. He does this, right?
I hate it. I hate it already.
I don't understand.
And I'm not pro-war
this guy
or pro-government, but if somebody...
I'm pro-soldier completely. Like, I am completely pro-soldier. I'm just not pro-old men telling the soldiers what the fuck to do. That bothers me.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's...
Okay, disrespecting someone's death.
Yeah, that's absolutely... I can't think of anything that's worse.
So, this guy you're talking about, is he one of them...
He's a pastor.
Baptist?
He's a southern fucking Baptist. Dude.
Okay.
The best kind.
Okay.
The best kind, yeah.
Okay.
If you're balls...
Yeah. Ku Klux Klan member.
Former Ku Klux Klan member. He's reformed, though. He's learned his ways, and he's moved on to...
He's learned he can only protest. He can't be hanging them outside and on the street.
Yeah. You know, alright, so religion, divisive topic. I think ultimately what we'll end up on that is...
That's bullshit. You didn't even fucking let me say anything.
Oh.
It's fucking bullshit. No.
Well,
you were supposed to answer. You
no,
dog.
You guys start fucking talking and shit.
Oh.
Okay, so, no, it's, I was actually raised...
Everyone quiet at home.
I was raised, Christian, in the Catholic Church, actually, when I was younger.
Me too. I went to Christ the King, bitch.
Okay. I went to, I don't know what it was called in Marshall, but I went there, and then I went to Risen Savior in Brandon, and then my parents decided to leave because my dad has never really been, I don't know, Christian or whatever, and so my mom decided to leave because she couldn't stand the politics there and the rules. You can't use rubbers, you can't use contraceptives or anything like that.
That's really weird.
That's really weird, yeah. And
does that okay? Can I just interject this one thought? If you can't use contraceptives, does that mean that jerking off is against the rules?
Yes,
probably.
It is.
It actually is. You know, no wonder these fucking bitches are knocking out babies left
and right. You
and
can't have fantasies or anything like that.
You can't have fantasies.
You have to
like
have
these
confessionals.
These repressed motherfuckers that aren't allowed to jerk off or blowing loads and ladies that aren't allowed to fucking
and you're wondering why the pastors
Oh, jeez, what better way could there possibly be to spread our religion? I mean, come on, guys, come on, man.
Right.
That's like right out of a textbook. Like,
besides in little boys,
were there people?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like
were there people in the beginning that just looked at this and went, "Really, fuck this," and then they're like branched off and like whatever.
That's your mind fighting your instinct. That's what's going on.
No, you know what I think that's an example of, and I honestly gotta say this. You know, we're gonna let you finish your thought, Jake. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's cool.
To wrap up this whole religion thing, I honestly believe that it is mainly a form of controlling people.
Absolutely.
And unfortunately,
fear is powerful,
dude. What I heard a long time ago
is that fear.
Okay, whatever.
let me finish my thought. I think that ultimately religion is a result of a natural instinct of people wanting to reach out to relate to their other, you know, human beings, their fellow human beings, and feel that fellowship and feel that community. And when you get enough people, good people, you know, decent people together in the same room, they're gonna want to do nice things for people. They're gonna generate positive energy, and I say that that's all awesome. I have nothing against that. It's just, unfortunately, there are ways that can be perverted, and, you know, I think that religion is a side effect of the way our creation came about. We literally are all the same person. We get so wrapped up in our own personal identities and who we are as a person, and I think that as a human being, you like that?
You just come. Yeah.
I think that basically throughout our life, or in our reality, we're confronted with a bunch of paradoxes, and one of them is, as individual as we are, if you look at the commonalities of all humanity, we're so fucking similar. It's not even funny. We all have to have the same 98 point whatever temperature, or we die. Yeah. We all have to have water, or we die. We all, I mean, like, everyone has fucking...
It's close. I mean,
it's
the female
so,
temperature is actually lower.
Well, but I mean, we're talking about minute amounts.
Fuck.
You know what I mean? Like, we're all
2 or 3 degrees.
2 or 3 degrees is nothing.
Wow.
You go out to space. We're talking. You go out to space. We're talking. 340 degrees.
Yes, you're talking. If you have a fever, you have 100 degree temperature. No. If your average temperature is 98.
Okay. So to wrap this up, I feel like everyone has more things in common than they don't, but at the same time, we're living in a living paradox. So, fuck religion.
Yep.
It doesn't make fucking sense. Nothing makes sense. We're all struggling to understand reality. I turn it over to Jake. Finish it up, buddy.
I say people can find peace within their own religion, and that's cool. But it's like fucking Haper said, it's like Donnie said, it's like Frank said, that once you get in somebody's face and you start fucking degrading them because you don't believe in their shit, which, I'm sorry, but mostly belongs to the Christian following, I'm sorry. That shit is bogus. And anyway, whatever, I was raised fucking Catholic and all that shit, and I believed it for a while. I was like, yeah, this is cool. And then once I got into high school and stuff, I was like, man, this is kind of fucked up. Like, I don't know.
I think you usually.
Were you buying that from the beginning? Did you buy that from the beginning? When did you start questioning, like,
I would say,
is this bullshit?
I would say middle school is when I kind of just started saying, like, dude, this is kind of bullshit.
You know what's fucked up is that you are literally, like, dude, you're a great friend of mine. You're a fucking awesome dude, very talented musician, but you are one of the most gullible motherfuckers. I've gotten you to, like, go along with shit that is so silly that you made it, like, how long did you make it till Santa Claus? When Santa Claus? It was like high school, right?
Yeah, that was freshman year, dude.
God damn, Jake!
No.
God damn!
No,
come on, dude, no questions.
It wasn't freshman year. No.
Okay.
It was a little later than the rest of the kids. Right. Okay, let me ask you this. Did you find out about Santa Claus being fake through other children or through your parents?
Just kind of on my own.
Other kids. I bet it was other kids.
It was me and my friend sitting there. We were like,
me
and my friend sat there and we said,
Jake was living life.
Is Santa real? We were like, dude, why would we have to write letters?
You know how I knew Santa wasn't real?
Do you know how much I would pay for...
I caught my dad putting the shit under the tree.
Do you know how much I would pay for, like, a podcast of that? Like, children sitting around questioning, like, the reality of Santa?
Questioning it.
It would be the exact equivalent of us discussing the universe. Like,
no shit.
I don't know, man.
You know what I thought about the other day, though? Is... what if, you know how we thought the world was...
a bunch of kids drunk.
We thought the world was flat at one point, right?
Absolutely.
We thought the world was fucking
not
flat.
us, but yes, humanity.
Right,
sure.
Humanity did. And now we find that the universe is ever expanding and it's infinite. And then what if we just ran into that?
We don't know if it's infinite. That's the wonderful thing.
Maybe the universe is flat.
We don't fucking know.
What if we just
went geniuses like Einstein or
and we find where
we understand the Earth is not flat, but maybe the universe that we're in could conceivably
be flat.
Of course. It could be one layer stacked upon a fucking whole. I mean, we have no idea that the whole
dimensions.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly.
The dimensions of things. I mean, there
could be a huge grid of dimensions.
Yeah. There could be other. I mean, dimensions that our brains can't even conceive of. I mean, we're assuming that things are operating within.
That's why I wrote this.
Our own reality, what we can.
Exactly. We're assuming. Yeah. We're assuming that all this stuff applies to things that we perceive. When in reality, I mean,
I'm thinking
the universe is not constricted by our laws of physics or whatever. When we have barely a grasp on that. We have no grasp on it.
No grasp on it, and our universe is making the rules, and we have to adapt at all times.
We have no clue.
Adapt to what? We're fucking distant from all that shit.
Yeah, no, but we have to adapt to. I mean, the simple physics and the laws of physics. We've had to adapt to that. You know, that mindset.
That's what I was. That's what I was. Good for you.
You want me to turn the fan on?
That's
no, dude, it's cool.
That's what I was going to say earlier.
We have a loose grasp on fundamental physics, obviously, yes. But when they start like getting down to quantum physics, they had to call it quantum physics because it's totally different than fucking the world that we operate in, which makes sense because you look at a cat, it's smaller than us, and because it's the physics operate differently for that. You know what I mean? It's built differently. Everything is shrunk down, so like for an ant to pick up something that is 10 times or whatever its size, it's just because of everything is shrunk down. Like everything starts reacting differently when you shrink things.
Evolves.
That's where
yeah.
If you know, it boils down to science, and is science right? I don't think so, but I'd side with science.
Science is a work in progress.
Yeah, exactly. Science is a continuous.
But let me tell you, there's a lot of things in science that are pretty fucking obvious that life would be pretty hard without knowing. Alright? Gravity's one of them.
Yeah, exactly.
9.8 meters
and
per
second.
Indoor plumbing.
Yeah. I mean, you look at the percentages or whatever. You know what I mean? The likelihood of things is like, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to be the guy that's like, gravity is a fucking government conspiracy brought to you by the people who don't jump off your building.
Yeah, but you look at the early times in mathematics, was considered heresy because somebody was going, shit, there's a consistent, every time I do this one thing, it always turns out the same. And that's how we started to quantify things.
Right.
And maybe our quantifying isn't right, but it's fucking better than just going, all of a sudden there's going to be fire in this room. Which is what they were doing before that.
There was a talking snake who told me to do it.
Well, yeah, and that's when religion stepped in and was like, you're a heretic. We're supposed to believe. Well, no, we're trying to figure out how the fuck things work.
All right. I'm cutting it out. All right, moving on to the next one. Exactly. We got a list. Moving on to the next controversial topic. By the way, for our legions of followers out there, we want to thank you for liking the Humpcast. Picked up some new likes this week. I want to thank you guys. So next time when I go through, I think for the 14th one, I'm going to name off all of the likes of the people, and I'm going to name something nice about everyone because there's only 40 of you. So
and you know them all?
Yeah, I think so. I know.
I think so.
There's a couple of them that I don't know, so that's cool. I like that even better. Those are the people I'm gonna really dig deep. I'll be outside.
We'll get them as guests.
I'll be outside your window.
We'll get them on the fucking show.
Right. So quickly changing topics.
Religion.
We went from religion. We were supposed to go religion and politics, but let's just jump in. Yeah, no shit. Fuck it.
Skip it.
It's just an abyss. Let's jump into some juicy shit. Abortion. Where does life begin, Frank?
I had a friend who tried to blow up an abortion.
One at a time.
For me, it begins after the second trimester.
That's the time?
That is the time when I think that...
That's when they call you up and they say, Frank, I'm alive.
You can't abort
ready to get born. That's the time.
That's the time for me.
Day number... Second trimester is what?
Second trimester is what? 3 or 4 months into it?
Well, it's 9 months to have a baby, so I would say second trimester is the beginning of 3 months.
67% of the how many ever days.
Yeah. Like, I don't believe that...
And I round
like a woman who's like fucking 9 months pregnant can just be like, I don't want it, and kill it. I don't believe that. That's fucked up to me. That's fucked up to me.
I'm going to say one thing as a
prerequisite. If you're going to have an abortion, have it early.
Right. Yeah, if you're going to do it, you should have a buffer zone to think about it.
Mistakes happen.
Let me make this statement at the very beginning of this because this has been my view from a long time ago. I feel like, just like fluoride, which no one really questions, they're like, look at the people fucking that don't have fluoride, their teeth are falling out. All I'm going to say is that I feel like if you have to apply to have a license, if you have to apply to get a license and go through all that shit and pay shit and be responsible enough to drive a vehicle that could kill you or multiple other people, okay, you can go and apply for a license to that. But to bring another entity in this world, you don't require any license. I think that fucking with technology. We should be able to fucking dose the water with fucking something that would be I don't think we should.
Saltpeter.
I don't think that there should be anyone having a baby by accident. And at the same time that we're putting people on the moon and all this technology, there's no reason for teenage pregnancy.
So you think that you should have to apply for it?
There is no,
like Starship Troopers.
You have to apply, you have to be qualified, you have to not just bring babies in to get fucking government grants, not just bring babies in because you want to bring baby daddy closer to you who's just going to fucking leave. For a myriad of whatever fucked up reasons that people have kids, I feel like they should be denied the right to have a child.
Well, I think
and people think that's fucked up. So I'm just gonna say at the beginning of this whole conversation of abortion that you don't have the right to have a child unless you fucking apply to have that child. And this whole argument of then fucking pull out or wear a condom. It's like, fuck you.
Yeah, but
develop technology, bitch. We fucking have cell phones that can send the shit.
The one thing I don't like
make this girl not have a baby unless she can. I mean, responsibly, in any responsible society, we allow fucking children to drive around 16 years old, drive around with the potential to fucking kill us at any given moment. But they have to pass tests, they have to fucking know the rules, and they have to fucking know what's going on. We don't have that for parenthood. It's fucking nonsense. So I think that we need to regulate people having babies, period. And not like the fucking Chinese go out. You fucking, I don't know. You require all fucking women to go on birth control after they hit the age of fucking puberty.
No, can't agree with that. And the reason I can't agree with that is
that's a hormone fuck, dude.
Medically speaking,
but that's why I said technology. That's why I said technology.
Technology's limited by money. How are you going to be able to do that without getting the proper funds?
Well, my first move as president would be to increase funding to technology, so that way we can have a more controlled society to where we only have responsible parents out there, and we don't have fucking people out there shooting up fucking schools and being idiots.
You get assassinated.
That's not
yeah, I would be assassinated moment. Anyway, so that's my whole prerequisite to abortion, and turn it over to Frank. Go ahead, I'm taking the lead. Take it away. Oh wait, we already asked you. You said it was that's the moment for you.
True. Is
say why? Move on.
But you were talking a little bit about preventing parents, and that's kind of fucked up for me, considering I have 2 children and 1 on the way. And I didn't plan for any of my kids.
Yeah, you can be a responsible parent.
Exactly. I do believe there should be, I guess I agree a little bit with, there should be some sort of licensing or testing, because there's a lot of people who are fucking incompetent, raising morons who are trying to run this country.
Yeah, but that's a problem. There could be a bunch of beauty out of 2 fuckheads not realizing what they're doing.
You're absolutely correct. It doesn't necessarily mean that the kid's going to grow up fucked up. It just means that the probabilities are higher.
Right? We're getting into math again.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what regulation creates is fucking robots, dude. If you fucking regulate all this shit, blah blah blah, make everybody the same. Here's the thing.
Here's another thing is, Jake. Like you think, like, what about a kid growing up in a house full of like crackheads, man? They beat him, and you don't feed him. He doesn't get fed. He could grow up and he could be great. He could change the world, but he could also grow up and just be another crackhead and be another bane on society. That's true. That crackhead later could kill your daughter just because he needed some money. You know what I mean? That's like things that need to be prevented, and some of that can be prevented purely by the economic deficiencies, but we won't get into that right now.
Right. Yeah. But, dude, we opened with 2 heavy fucking topics. My feeling on abortion, and I'm going to go real fucking Joe Blow about it. I'm all for abortion. I don't think it should be illegal. I'm pro-choice, but if the situation came down to me and a significant other or a partner that I've fucking impregnated, I would have a really tough time going, just abort it because it was a mistake, da-da-da-da-da.
Do you have a feeling about that you should have a say? That it shouldn't just be the woman's decision?
No, it should be equal parts. It should be equal parts, but because I got drunk and got a chick pregnant, I shouldn't go, it's not working for me to have a fucking kid, so you should get an abortion. And it shouldn't go the other way. I really want a kid,
I think you guys have to have a unanimous decision. It has to be, like, a decision that you both agree to.
Sign some fucking papers, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that it's fair that a woman automatically gets to dictate. Just because it's her body doesn't mean that it's her kid. No. It's your guys' kid. Right. It's a decision that you 2 have to make together.
Right.
And if that turns into some sort of legal dispute, it should be. Because if she kills that kid, let's say she gets an abortion and you didn't want the abortion, she should have to pay some sort of problem for
I think relating. I was listening. I think relating.
I just want to say that I'm 35 and have been having sex. I would consider it somewhat regularly for 15 years, and have never gotten a chick pregnant. And I am.
There's
happy
one right
as a
here.
fucking
There's one
I'm happy as a clam. Like, I feel like I won.
Yeah, you won.
I've really fucking avoided the whole fucking thing, and I had a good time.
But that's an outsider's perspective. That's an outsider's perspective, because once you get in the game, I mean, it could be one of the most rewarding things. You know what I mean?
Sure.
You know. But I think getting back to what you were saying, like. You're in favor of abortions, then, you know, Joe Blow, whatever. But what I'm saying is that
I'm pro-choice, but if it came down to me,
but isn't that essentially? I mean, it's not like no one wants to have an abortion.
Sure,
it's one of those deals where it's like it's the only technology available to avoid.
If the two people agree that it was a bad fucking idea, and they both agree on it, boom.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm pro-choice.
But if you,
that's the most efficient technology that we have at this point.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you talk about birth control and you go exponentially into the future, they're going to be able to fucking... they're going to laugh at condoms. They're going to be like, this idiot put plastic on his dick.
Like we look lambskin.
Yeah, they work. Lambskin. Like, they're going to fucking... It's just pathetic, you know, like how monkey we are at this point, even now.
We should maybe just fuck a plate of, like, Braunschweiger. Every day, it should be required as a male. You fuck a plate of Braunschweiger, you make a sandwich for your blind neighbor, and you feed it to him.
What they do is a little heating pad that wraps around your sack.
That's a little extreme.
We got this topic.
Moving on topic.
Let me know where you live. I'm gonna try to be on the.
Don't be my blind, helpless neighbor.
All right.
I will feed you a sandwich.
Moving on.
Appreciate the gesture.
Shifting topics. What do you guys think, man? I mean, really, there's a couple of these that are tied together. I'm just going to move right down the list and get this one knocked out of the way. Gun control. Everyone's fucking going shitty about the fucking gun control.
Use two hands.
I'm going to start to my left. Jake. Or, that's not my left. Frank.
I am pro-gun.
Oh, shit.
110 fucking %. I own 3 firearms. And I have countless other weapons.
Do you think that there should be any restrictions on the amount of guns that you own, or the type of firearms that you own?
No, I do not. Because I believe the guns are a tool. I do not believe that the guns are killing
Guns
people.
are a tool, but if there's a guy who buys like 50,000 sets of pliers, you're gonna be like, "What are you doing with those pliers, buddy?" Like, are you
working?
I plan to working
on my neighbor.
If you know the statistics, you realize that more people die from like knives.
But do you see
hammers,
the point? Do you see the point that I'm making? Like, there's
Dude,
a difference
people
between...
die from people.
Hang on a second.
Yeah.
Tell a fucking tiger it can't have teeth.
Hang on a second. You can't, dude. First of all, a tiger isn't gonna go out and fucking. That's a ridiculous.
Well, let me put it.
Tell a dog it can't.
Now you're talking.
Tell a dog it can't have teeth.
Now what brought up
dogs grow teeth, idiot? If we had guns on our hands, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Mr. Technology.
If I could shoot bullets out of my fangs, then we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Mr. Technology.
We
should have fan control.
All this gun control, Donnie. What brought all this up?
Well,
it was the shootings.
Politically driven.
And think about most of the shootings. What was the weapons that were used?
We're jumping into the next
shootings?
one. We're jumping into conspiracies.
No, I'm not. This is not a conspiracy. This is not a conspiracy at all.
I'm ready to jump.
Most of the weapons that are being used are pistols.
Okay.
90% of the weapons that are used in most shootings are pistols. Okay. Or just simple hunting rifles. So therefore, what is the point of the gun control with assault weapons?
Sure.
Almost nobody uses them.
Right.
So that makes no sense as to why they're trying to ban high-capacity magazines.
But when they want to use them, they're very fucking effective to do a lot of damage in a short amount of time. The problem with gun... The problem...
No!
What the fuck do you have a gun like that for?
It depends on the person behind the gun.
Sure.
And also depends on the society to which he's actually going.
Okay.
If he goes in a gun-free zone, nobody else is allowed to carry a gun there, but he brings in an assault weapon. What's wrong with that picture? Nobody can defend themselves.
What you two people are talking about are topically different, because you're saying that what is the purpose? What is the legitimate purpose?
What is the legitimate purpose
What
of
is
that
the practical
fucking gun?
purpose? What is the practical purpose of having an assault rifle in the situation, say,
To
living...
defend yourself against something that
Against
can happen.
what? 30 fucking minions breaking
possible.
into your home?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't... I'm pro-gun.
You
I'm
live in South
pro-gun.
Dakota. The chances of 30 people coming into your house are slim to none. But let's put you down in Texas on the border. Then we'll talk about the cartel and shit like that.
We're apples to fucking crab cakes.
But you gotta think about
different.
this, okay?
We're different
the
fucking
states
worlds.
govern themselves, and the government is trying to govern the states.
Sure.
That is the issue that's going on here. That is my problem with it.
My problem with guns is we've had this recent rash of horrid acts that have happened in the movie theaters, the schools, da-da-da-da-da. That's terrible.
People.
No, sure.
But
But that's terrible. In South Dakota, Hodunk, South Dakota, we don't have that gun problem.
No, and it's
And we shouldn't be fucked with by the federal government because people here that have guns respect guns. Even they can respect an AK-47 just to take it out into a farmland and blow up a fucking old dishwasher.
Yeah, fucking...
They respect the fucking guns. They understand.
Accidents don't happen very often out here.
No, you hunt. You either recreationally enjoy it as a means of, not a means of
Stress
survival,
relief or,
but I mean, you go out and you
hunting
hunt and you eat what you hunt and you hang out with your friends
absolutely.
and you do it, or you own guns because you're comfortable with guns. We don't have the fucking gun problem that the rest of the United States has. North Dakota probably.
Do you think it
doesn't
should
have
be adjusted accordingly? Like people in South Dakota shouldn't be able to have that because we're not affected?
I don't
That's why
think
states
South
are
Dakota's not a
separate.
problem. I think it should be state to state.
That's kind of...
I don't.
Okay, well, like I think we're, but looking at the larger picture of things. Okay, you say I have absolutely I don't want to restrict gun ownership at all. Blah blah blah.
Sure.
What I'm saying is like, where do we draw the line? Like,
Well,
wait.
Let me specify, because you kind of twisted my words a little bit.
Isn't that what you said?
No, it's not exactly what I said.
go on.
I mean, I believe that you should obviously have to pass the background checks and all that in order to purchase.
You should be able to own a gun.
That you should have to register your weapon with the state.
Everyone should be able
Period.
to own a gun.
Okay.
I'm all for
Now,
that.
should you have to go and get tested as far as like proficiency? Yes, I believe that that's something we don't do. That every state should have to do. So every gun owner understands how the weapon works, understands when to use it, when not to use it, understands all of that stuff. I agree fully with that. What I don't agree with is just saying, you can't have this weapon because we think you might be a loony who's going to run around and shoot a fully automatic fucking UMP-45 and unload on a school. That's kind of fucked up without doing any testing.
Well,
preliminary
again, topicality-wise, we're talking about two different things because when you talk about gun control, you're talking about your main concerns are people out there who just want to defend themselves and have, reserve that.
How about
Second Amendment.
How about
That's really-
enjoy a gun because you respect the gun and like it? Frankie, I'm all with you.
It doesn't matter.
Shooting guns is fun as shit.
Whether it doesn't.
As long as you're being responsible.
In the end, the emotion doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter what your motivation is behind it. The whole fucking deal is that fucking. Your concern is that. Well, your concern is that like, oh, this person who, whether he wants to recreationally enjoy it or whether he feels like he needs this because he lives on the border or where fucking he feels threatened or whatever in a neighborhood where he needs that. Okay, we don't want that guy to be deprived of his right. What I'm talking about are two different things. We're talking about where do we draw the line with what amount of weaponry you're allowed to have as a civilian. Because if you look at the reality of things,
there should be.
Listen, well, think about this. I mean, do you feel like you should have a nuclear weapon?
No, but
No,
that,
It'd be fun to shoot.
that's not a
It'd be fun
gun.
to shoot.
That's not a gun.
It's
That's,
an arm. It's something that you arm yourself with in your
that
arsenal.
also takes like.
Does the
That takes like
Constitution
7,000
say,
people to light a fucking
does
nuclear missile.
the Constitution say guns? It says arms.
It says arms, but
So
it says
what does that mean?
firearms. Meaning, at the time, it meant muskets.
So we're gonna adapt things to that time,
Dude,
What we're gonna do is we're gonna adapt things that
So
one
basically,
person
what you're
can
saying is
carry.
we should all have muskets.
What I'm saying
No,
is
we should all have muskets.
We're gonna
If
go
we want
back
them,
to
we
how
You
should.
it
said at
was.
that time,
We
you're going back to the time at the Constitution.
When you
we're gonna
graduate
abide
high
by that, we should
school,
all have
firearm
muskets.
was.
You should
Now
be
firearms
given a
have evolved.
musket.
There's no
Everyone
fire. What I'm
everyone
saying
should
is
be
you can
given
carry
a musket.
One weapon.
Everyone should be given a musket.
As a
If
joke,
you don't
that
want
would be
it,
great,
you can give it away, and then somebody else can
But do you see what I'm
stockpile
saying
them.
here? Like, we have to
You're
draw
taking
the
it out
line.
of context. You're
No, I'm
taking.
not.
Yes,
Yeah,
you're
dude,
talking
yeah.
about nuclear weapons.
Yeah,
I
dude.
mean,
That's a fucking weapon, dude.
it takes a whole team of guys to let that fucking thing go. You're gonna do
Well,
that by yourself.
let's talk about more simple explosives.
Okay,
then.
go ahead.
If you're gonna use that as some a way to
You
harm
can make
yourself,
bombs all by yourself.
Dude,
without
I'm cool
any
with that.
You
training.
probably walk down
Are
to
you cool
Rob's
with your
Hardware
bombs?
and
I'm not
fucking
I'm
make
okay
a
with it.
bomb.
It's
Easy.
You can
Fuck some
okay.
people up.
Anyway, you can pipe bombs. You can make a fucking pipe bomb that'll wipe out a room. It's
Are you
easy.
cool? Are you cool with people reserving the right to make bombs in their house if they're your neighbor?
They can make whatever they want.
You're cool with that.
Your
Your kids are
you
sleeping
have
next
no
door to somebody
control
who's
over
making
that.
bombs.
You have
You're
no
down
control
with
over
that?
You have no control over that. How are you going to control that?
Through legislation saying, "Hey guys, let's not make bombs and blow each other up." Because
Hey guys,
people-
let's put a mark on
humanity-
everybody's shopping list so they don't buy these items.
I know, when I
Yeah,
get really sick, I
Humans
can't
are so-
buy fucking Sudafed
here's
almost impossible.
Here's the disgusting part about it is that humans are so fucked up that like human beings are so depraved that it's like if you give them an inch, like they'll go with it. So it's like, oh, no one said I couldn't just build bombs in my apartment by myself. Well,
Okay.
yeah, you can't, stupid,
But
because you're gonna
there's
fuck up everyone else. You know what I mean? Like there are
There's
so
gonna be
many
loopholes
shitheads
around
out
it, though.
there.
People always
Golden
find a
rule.
way. That's
Yeah.
my complaint.
There
It's
are-
the same thing with-
I
same
hate
thing
to
with the
revert
weeds.
to that.
It's like,
but it-
One at a time, guys. Otherwise, it'll just be indiscernible.
I'll tell you one thing right now. I have a fucking room full of bombs in my house, but I'm not gonna blow anybody up.
just
I got
have
so many
trophies.
bombs at my house, but I ain't gonna blow them.
I think that this whole conversation proves how divisive this topic is because no one can even agree on adjust to the topicality. It's like there's so many dimensions to gun control because are you talking who's qualified to own it? Are you talking like what the amount
I
is?
think everybody's-
what the caliber is? Like I mean, like yes, technology has reached this point now where that's still a firearm. But dude, if you showed an AK-47 to Thomas Jefferson, he would have fucking shit himself.
You would have jizzed his
He'd have been like,
pants,
"Oh my
damn,
fucking god!"
dude.
where was this during the war?
Yeah, what
The British are fucked now, dude.
What could we do with this?
Right.
And they would have taken advantage of it if they had the
Of
technology.
course. But the thing is, like,
I don't think he. I don't. Who knows?
It's-
Well,
in
when they
today's
built,
world, I'm talking about weapons that you can carry on your person. Not weapons that you can't carry on your person. I mean, that should you be allowed to carry live
Is a
grenades?
bazooka a firearm?
A bazooka's a firearm.
I don't think you should be able to
Absolutely.
carry live grenades.
Are you going to be able to get a bazooka? No. That kind of stuff, I guess, if I had to draw the line, it would be bazookas, grenades,
So next week when you show
should-
grenade launchers, things like that are obvious, like...
But if you're an enthusiast and that's what you do and you're smart about it, I think you should be able to have a fucking grenade launcher.
This is the thing.
Yeah.
Some people can still get licenses.
Talk about a
for this.
fucking walking contradiction because at the same time you take that individual and he's twisted enough, he could do even more damage.
But
with
what
that.
about when his neighbor and all his neighbors have it? Then they silence him instantly.
Yeah, exactly. Because then you see that's
really?
that's the
Yeah,
advantage to
or-
having
or-
less
or in a-
legislation. Is
yeah.
that people are responsible for themselves. That's why people don't
Sure.
get shot in South Dakota. Because motherfuckers are carrying
I see
guns.
that. I see that argument, and I understand it completely. And I think that's, you know what I mean.
This is a tough
perfect.
topic.
It is.
It is, but that
It's
makes
a good
sense.
one though.
For
I like
four
this topic.
If you're
idiots,
gonna
it's a
suppress-
tough topic.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna suppress, like, you know what I mean. Let's say you got people on my block here. You got 4 people on a block, and one of them decides to wig out and start killing everyone. You got,
I
you know,
get
if
defend
everyone,
yourself, right?
if everyone is,
Yeah.
yeah, if everyone around you, you know what I mean, like, is not equipped, efficiently, they wouldn't be able to suppress that.
It's natural.
How would I suppress that? I would fucking hide and call the cops. That's what I would do. You know
See,
what I
but
mean?
that's the thing. Is like how much
unless-
time do you have to call the cops? What
Okay.
if you don't find out that guy's running a fucking terror till it kicks your goddamn door in?
Wow.
Then what are you gonna do? You're
Right.
like, I've got kids.
Sure.
And my kids mean the world to me.
Sure.
And somebody will be sucking on my fucking 12 gauge. They come in my goddamn house.
Absolutely.
All right?
and that makes
That's how it's gonna roll.
makes perfect sense. What I'm saying is that like it's that's why it's such a weird issue. Is like it's like fuck, man. You want to make the weapons available to people that want to just like yourself who have kids that you treasure. You know what I mean? I'm the same way.
And who's not
It's
irresponsible?
like you want to give
my
guns to
ammunition
people
is
who
locked
want to
up.
protect
They
their
cannot
family.
get it.
But you want to deprive guns of people who want to fucking go out and kill your family. And it's like you never fucking know. So it almost seems like we could chalk up this topic to
Sure.
a fucking loss because it's a wash.
Yeah.
Essentially,
it's
like
beyond a wash.
There's one
it's
dimension we
lesser.
haven't really.
We lose.
There's nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do.
And like he said, you can make laws about ammunition and how much guns and all the blah blah blah. When the fuck have truly fucking sick people and criminals ever followed the fucking
Yeah, they're
laws?
gonna find a way.
No shit.
So you
dude.
take the guns out of law-abiding citizens' hands.
So they can't
Right.
defend
You know, so it is. It's a wash. Let's next topic.
All right,
Jello.
guys.
Is Jello made out of pig hoof?
It totally is.
All right, next topic.
Next topic: war and conspiracy. No, God,
we gotta,
fuck no.
that's another.
That's
a Saturday afternoon 5-hour block.
We should
episode.
almost do that one.
That's a fucking block.
We should almost do that
Let's
one.
do the one that Haper suggested. All right, guys. We've done this before. Aliens. We've done this before. We'll start with Haper. Aliens. What are your thoughts?
Oh,
Millions.
millions and millions.
We live in
Don't we have anything else on the list?
Oh, we have plenty of other things, but honestly, they're so fucking ridiculous that. All right, we can go and do it.
Well, you know, you could just make them so they're each.
No, it's fine. I mean, no, it's all right. Let's just breeze through them then. Aliens. Do you believe in them? Yes or no? Intelligence.
Yes, you have to.
No, I don't have to. That's your belief. I'm asking you.
All right, yeah. Then yes.
I don't have to believe shit.
Yes, I don't believe that they've visited our planet.
See,
but-
that's another. Yeah, that's another.
Yeah,
Okay, all right.
yeah.
So you believe there's intelligent life out there, but we haven't
Sure,
encountered it.
we
We haven't encountered it then. That's your belief?
Yeah, for
All right,
sure.
Good. Jake, go. Aliens.
Fuck yeah.
Have we met them?
Contra.
Have we encountered them?
Controversy.
Yeah,
do
we
you think
blasted
aliens?
them,
Do you think aliens have made contact with human beings? Like other planets?
not that.
Maybe some
not that I
older
can-
ones did.
No.
Did
Like in the
biblical
Bible,
science.
like
Roswell?
Yeah,
Do
no.
I'm
you believe
talking
they exist?
like
Oh, like ancient astronaut
biblical
theory.
science,
Yeah.
and then their race died off, and we were kind of stuck with a little bit of their.
Sure. Absolutely.
Like we were a hybrid between them and, you know.
Maybe
That's the whole Nephilim theory.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
that's what I like.
It's basically mine. The same thing as far as aliens go. Like I absolutely 100% believe in aliens. As far as like making contact and this like whole like abduction thing and like.
Why are they always in the middle of fucking nowhere, North Dakota?
That to me,
Somewhere in
smacks,
Nevada. Yeah.
That to me smacks of folklore and myth, and so I think that it's made its way into like modern culture enough to where. Let me kind of amend my last statement. Do I think they've ever made contact with human beings? I say no, but at the same time, I would say I acknowledge the possibility that we've had unexplained. Which does not mean that we had aliens that came from like that mastered interstellar travel and they came here and they saw us and they were like they hung out and like spun around in a circle and then took off. Like that's not what I'm talking about. I'm
They
saying,
may
like,
have been here.
right. Like,
Like
no,
a
what,
flight show, dude.
what I'm saying is like
They beat us to it. We didn't make it there yet.
What I would find a greater likelihood is that they were further evolved humans that were either doing interdimensional travel or like time travel.
Ooh, wow.
But why would
Like,
they?
I would
That's
say,
a whole
Yeah.
I would say
can of
it wouldn't
worms,
be.
dog.
Well, no, I would say that's the greater
aliens.
likelihood.
Yes,
No.
all four give a thumbs up. Aliens.
I would say it depends on what your definition of alien, because to say alien would imply that they're not from this earth, they're alien.
Non-terrestrial.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking extraterrestrial, I
Oh
would
my
say
God, yeah.
definitely the possibility exists. I'm open for it, which is kind of
Dude,
what, you know.
Yes.
I wanted to say this earlier. I believe that there are beings out there that feed and live off of totally different shit than we do, dude. Like you were saying earlier.
Yeah, our perception of like what fucking physics are to us, or like
Exactly.
what three dimensions
They might-
is.
well,
It could be nothing,
That's the
dude.
thing
We
with
have no clue.
physics, though.
But it works
we
for
may
us.
be wrong, but we may be on a right strand, and somebody could
We could be aiming in the right direction. We just
but,
don't know where
but
to put it.
completely off, and somebody else might be on that same strand in a different direction with a more efficient method that still isn't right. That's
Dude,
the math.
like-
That's the science of it, and I'm all for what we're doing here on planet Earth.
Right.
The scientists they're
Doing what they can.
yeah, they're fucking
But
smart. I don't know that they're right.
They're smart, but
We're
they're
only in
monkeys.
the
They're
same-
monkeys. I mean, they're monkeys.
We're all
You
stuck
had
here.
your turn. You had your turn. All right, Frank. Aliens, go.
Of course. I mean, who doesn't believe in aliens?
Alien.
I think it's a little preposterous.
Those
to
are his
believe in
friends.
aliens.
Those are his friends. But do you think they've had contact?
Absolutely, I fully believe in that. And you know, to contradict kind of what you guys, yes, abductions. To contradict what you guys, yep, I totally believe that there is real abductions. And the reason I believe this is you guys talk about always being caught out in the middle of nowhere. It's not always out in the middle of nowhere. Sometimes it's in the middle of huge cities, like over Mexico City. There's huge abductions in Colorado in the Rocky Mountains, which I guess is a little bit of a remote area.
That could be a Yeti. I hate to be that guy, but that could be a Yeti.
And there's really pretty vivid stories.
About
like
that
Fire
time
in the
of year,
Sky.
you get a lot of Yeti.
You guys ever seen that movie, Fire in the Sky?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
No.
That's based on a completely true story by a gentleman who's actually had that happen to him, and he has no he doesn't know if it's.
There are more disturbing. There are more disturbing. How about those? Was it
Has he ever eaten acid?
Yeah,
because it could maybe come back.
I mean, there's enough instances to where I think that some of it is probably just people like trying to get in, you know, National Enquirer.
I don't even know, but here's my point: is that some of that maybe perhaps misinterpreted as an alien encounter?
Yes, I think it is.
When it could be, I mean, you think about. I mean, and I've heard this point before. Like you think about how humans evolved. You look at Neanderthals. You know what I mean? Granted, bigger brain, but not as much functioning. Bigger muscles. I mean, they needed those muscles to run out and fucking choke out a deer or do whatever they had to fucking
choke out a deer.
So, like I don't know. They had to do some savage shit, right?
They were fishes.
They had to do savage shit, right? Yeah. So like, you know, maybe
choke out a deer.
Right? Fucking rear naked choke and shit.
That's what you gotta do.
He went all UFC on that deer.
If that's what you need to do to fucking feed the family tonight, guess what? That deer's getting fucking knocked the fuck out.
That explains the jiu-jitsu, dog.
No shit. So you look at the natural evolution of human beings that we can understand, and there's this big controversy, like as far as like our perfect origin or whatever. But the whole thing is that like you could clearly see the development of we grew brain-wise, we grew introspective-wise, we're just barely in this petri dish.
If you believe in the whole Neanderthal,
here's what I'm saying: is that are you going to say that we didn't evolve from Neanderthals? That they were a completely different species than us?
They could be.
They could be.
Where the fuck did we even find them?
Are we really going to split hairs like this?
I'm saying... Okay, alright. Elephant is a mastodon.
I don't fully believe in evolution.
They fucking are! Where do you think elephants came from? Fucking birds?
So what, we came from...
They came from mastodons, so we look exactly fucking like them.
That's very different from them to us.
Did we come from...
From us to Neanderthals. There's a huge leap coming from us.
God, I hate you guys. Let me just finish what I was saying, dude. All I'm saying is that if you just okay, fine. Shit, beyond Neanderthal, if you look at Middle Ages versus today, the life expectancy for a fucking average male is like under 30 years old. Versus today. Why is that? Because we fucking grew as a species. Blah blah blah.
Do you think that we built immunity?
No.
Through an evolutionary objective, or do you think that it was more of a trial and error and technology and medical practice that actually improved to increase our longevity?
Sure. Fuck yeah. I think that humans are super adaptable.
I think that our brains make us adaptable. I don't think our human bodies are really fragile.
Heroin addicts survive forever. Your body... We're all smoking and drinking.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not supposed to.
We're destroying our shit right now.
But we adapt.
But we're still alive. Yeah, look at Lemmy, man. Fucking pack a fucking...
Look at Lemmy.
Pack a Marlboro.
I think getting back to the point that we were talking about is that
fucking
Lemmy. Yeah, what about Keith Richards?
Right.
Yeah, damn right.
This motherfucker ain't gonna die, dude.
No, what I'm saying is that if you look at the placebo effect, you know what I mean. There's a measurable amount of like things that we don't comprehend. We don't know why. Scientific method can't tell us why this person who thought he was getting a pill to cure whatever ailment he had, and then actually made improvement, a measurable improvement amongst a blind study with a group of people, and it's a consistent thing. We don't know why that is. We don't know. And so for us to sit here and to fucking be like, wow, I don't know about that Neanderthal deal. It's like, dude, it's so fucking feasible. Like it's feasible. What I'm getting at. This is what I'm getting at. Before you just write it off. All I'm saying is that I would think that possibly those encounters that you were describing with these aliens are just either interstellar or not interdimensional, or
psychotic episodes.
Or yeah, no, not that. Yeah, not that. But you know,
I'll tell you what, you lose all.
I'm just saying, man, those could be humans, dude. Our muscles shrink because we don't need them so much. Our brains grow bigger. You know what I mean? It's just like I heard Rogan mention this. He's like, you know what I mean? Those are just humans in the next stage of evolution that we're encountering, and they're so foreign to us that we're like, oh my god, these must be from another planet. They're not from another planet, man. They could be just cruising by, come check in and say hello. You know, start Somo, do something. I don't know.
Is the next topic pornography is art?
Oh,
yeah. We're not even starting that one.
Why? No, I like that.
Pornography
is pornography art. Let's go to Frank.
It's the most beautiful art you only got to see in a minute and a half. And it's awesome.
My perspective has changed
so much
drastically over my years of masterbation.
Okay, now
through porn.
Okay,
let me tell you that.
Okay, now pretend like your wife isn't watching the podcast.
No. Even if she is, I don't give a shit. But listen to me, okay? This is a little bit.
Because your wife's not real.
Not at this point.
Unless it's your hand.
Anyways, you know, when I was pretty young, so I got introduced to sex pretty early, and that 4 or 5 when I found my first porn.
Oh, dude,
so I learned porn really early, and that kind of gave me a perception on how sex worked. I think it's a great educational tool.
I was sucking my
but I think that it lacks the emotional value that needs to be attained of actually meeting up with a person.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Sure. That it completely negates that. And then
let's become
desensitized by watching porn.
Okay. But that's not really the question. We're saying
pornography is
it art?
It is art.
No, I don't think it's art at all.
It's art.
I totally think it's art.
It's art.
I don't think it's art at all. I don't think modern day porn is art at all. Maybe 70s porn had a little bit more of it.
Dude, I got a fucking.
Even though it's bushes and shit. I'm just saying.
You know what though? Like it all depends on what your definition of art is. Because if you're seeing a girl who's like just getting, you know, sucking that next dude off for that next crack fix. And it's one of those like real smash shot fucking like
some people.
But that's art.
No, I'm saying porno. I'm saying porno that you buy at the fucking like smoke shop, like on the way home. You're like, all right, something fresh, like whatever. I'm just saying, I never did that.
The bullshit.
I'm just saying, man. Like you see that girl, fucking like you're like, okay, that
you might not agree with it.
That girl is a crack addict who's just performing an act so that I can be like.
So is the guy on the subway playing fucking guitar? Is he not an artist?
There's a big difference. She didn't write that dick in her mouth.
There's a fucking
difference,
dude. That's all
she only covered it.
She only covered it.
He sets him up. Jake knocks him down.
I'm just saying, man.
She didn't write that dick in her mouth.
I don't see that as art at all, man. I understand that, you know, like some guys that look at naked bitches. I understand that.
Is not a cover artist. Is not a cover band.
I think that the actual female body is a work of art on its own.
By definition, they'll still.
And then you see it.
And then you see it.
True, but you don't want to separate that from the person, Jake. You don't want to make it so you're just looking at a woman.
If that's what you're interested in, that's the whole definition
It's one
of
thing
pornography.
if you're single. It's another thing if you want to eventually have an emotional attachment to the person you're
I'm an avid masturbator, and I'm in a relationship.
If my girl is out,
male.
I hope that doesn't cause any problems.
Sometimes
the thing is, if you get laid enough, you don't need to masturbate.
But if you get laid enough, you want to masturbate more.
You can't have more
because
kids.
You're bored.
Just wait.
You're bored from the physical contact of the same person.
It's variety, dog.
100% variety, correct. I think that it's a direct contradiction to our natural instincts as men, as males, and as men.
What do you think? Women aren't horny, that they don't crave variety?
Oh, they do. Oh, they do.
They do. That's the thing. It's like we make this separate. The battle of the sexes starts happening.
I don't think it's on the same level as.
I think it can be.
It can be damn fucking close.
Women are more fucking crazy. I think than us.
I think Louis C.K. said it the best is like, boys fuck shit up, women are fucked up. That's the difference.
What I'm saying is that, like, the natural inclination for a male by instinct is to spread his seed to keep this shit going on, whereas the women's natural inclination, you know, is the nesting.
See, but once again, when you're talking about
we're talking about basic social psychology, dog. It's just
for like a 5-year-old dude, when you hit the age of 30, I think you understand how the world works a little bit more. I understand that there's a little bit of balance that needs to be
Yes, I feel that completely.
Maybe that explains.
Did your wife find your fucking porno rag collection?
Was that
my woman was
I'll
very
bring magazines next week. I'll let you take them home, keep them in the trunk.
She was definitely upset about porn. Okay,
Bam!
She did not stop me from watching porn. That is not what happened. What happened
She interjected and put her. She covered your area.
Have you guys ever looked up any like studies or anything based on how they do that shit and how they make it and how they advertise it?
I'm in. I want to be in. I'm just old, not a
Have I done research?
I'd love to be.
Have you done any research on the subject?
I have no money.
It's a small amount
I
of
listen
mind
to
control
bad
that gets
music.
men to watch porn and gets you to where you feel like you need to watch porn. It's a drug. It actually induces.
I believe it.
Oh,
it's an addiction.
Oh, yeah.
From jerking off to porn.
But here's my argument. My argument is that it is not an addiction that is created by porn. It's an addiction that is already existing.
It's in
because of the natural condition.
In the body.
Because our fucking brains.
It's an addiction that is exploited by porn.
Okay. Well, it's still there. It's still a naturally seated thing that's in our brains.
You can do that in a healthy way, though. With
multiple partners that you don't know.
Well, that's more fun that way.
It's so much
down for all that shit.
You guys
She's got to be
booze, anonymous sex. Are you kidding me, man? Fuck relationships.
See, that's where we kind of differ. Because
I'm kidding, by the way. Don't take everything I say literally. I'm joking, but I am kind of not because look.
You're not joking.
Think about things.
You're not joking, dog.
I'm not because, like I said, our entire lives. The way I see it is reality is just a series of paradoxes. So I see this as another paradox because you get involved with the woman that you really care about, and unfortunately for me, they've only been really, really sucky
whores.
Fucking
God,
whores.
I love whores.
I do too. But the problem with whores is that they're so fucking just.
Scissors
everywhere.
I didn't realize.
Problematic on a variety of levels.
See, my woman is so cool that I'm okay with that.
Okay, well, that's great for you, Frank. All I'm saying is
maybe you should look a little harder, Donnie.
Look a little harder.
Okay, this is kind of a broad question, but have you slept with more than 10 girls in your life?
Oh, Jesus.
I haven't.
I'm gonna say no.
Not me.
You're a fucking liar. And I know you'd be lying, you old fucker.
I just lost my virginity yesterday.
I've only slept with 2 women in my life.
It was really scary.
But
I am dead fucking serious.
That adds so much fucking logic to what you're saying. Yeah. You're saying you've only slept with 2 women in your entire life, and you're sitting here lecturing me on the fucking values of sticking with monogamy when I'm telling you that
under the right circumstances,
banging strange is the best thing in the entire universe.
It
doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter if it's fucking moderate strange. Like even if they're like moderately hot and strange, it's like variety. What benefits? I'm telling you, psychologically, I benefit hugely from it because it's like, oh my god, it's something different, man. Would you want to eat the same sandwich every day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
And by sandwich, I mean
you're comparing food to people.
I am. It's a legit question. I'm asking you if you would want the same.
Legit. You're comparing an inanimate object
fine
to a person of emotion.
Okay,
it makes no sense.
You know what? No. Let me humor your.
I was joking. Let me humor your response.
Let me humor your response.
It's a good one, though.
My answer to that is: would you want the exact same sexual partner forever?
Yes, as long as it's a good sexual partner. Absolutely, that's all I've ever wanted.
Okay, I say there's nothing wrong with that, but at the same time, I see absolutely no contradiction in saying, yeah, dude, if I could find that person, maybe I just haven't found her yet. But
well, this is
for me,
thing, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like I don't care about the person I'm with, but dude, I crave strange. I think that I'm not the only person alone, and in that, there's no fucking way.
Strange.
Haper, are you with me on this? Strange.
I'm just wondering if Jake's ever had sex.
Oh yeah.
No, I never have.
He gets lucky every now and then.
I just want to say
because he couldn't masturbate through his childhood up into his high school years.
Right.
And then there was the Santa belief years.
Santa suppressed a lot of Santa
session. And now you're sitting here with a bunch of creeps. God.
No,
you know your family's fucked up when they celebrate.
If you guys want some good internet sex, I'll hook you up with them internet sex.
Dude, Santa's not real, buddy.
I got
you can jerk off.
You know, it's alright. That's fine.
You can
thank you for the grant, dude.
You know who is real? Mandy D. She's like a 28-year-old Russian chick, loves anal. She's real. You can see the video.
Yeah, you can see her.
You know who else is real? Is fucking.
If you write her a list,
yeah, you might even for like $800, you might even be able to fuck her.
You could be like, hey, can I have an iPod?
Scrape that up.
Like this, like you have like a I mean, you never know. I'm gonna say 50-50 chance that she checks you out, and then she's like, sure, I'll
dude,
play you out.
Fuck yeah, dude. I've been working years on this main. What was her name? Mandy K? Mandy K.
Mary K.
Your
mom might know something about it.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
It's Mary K. We gotta skip. We gotta go to the next one.
You'd like her. Moving on, she drives a pink Cadillac.
Next song!
Do we need to get a fucking buzzer that's like, hey, next.
Alright, guys, let's
wrap it up,
shit up.
Batman or Darth Vader?
Right.
Batman or Darth Vader.
Come on, that's not even. Where are we at right now? Are we an hour yet? Can we check?
We are probably over an hour. It was 8:30.
Alright, fuck it. Alright, last topic, guys.
Really?
Music and selling it.
Hey, let's not forget about the riff of the day, though.
This is gonna obviously.
We'll do the riff of the day.
We'll probably
Who's got the riff of the day?
Music and selling out.
What's yours?
Or let's do a duel, man. Want to do another duel?
Want a duel?
I can't.
Well, duel or double. I don't care.
We
You just do your
music and selling out. How do we start it?
Well,
The Metallicats.
Okay, here's my question, man.
How about we bring up a band that represents
let's
a
talk-
sellout and a band that represents a fundamental.
Sure. Let me just pose this to you then. Even though this is kind of clear cut, like I don't feel like this band.
Oh, I got one that did.
But I played shows in garages when I was 16 years old, and there was a band called Youth in Revolt, and they had a guitar player that had a little bit better gear than the rest, and his guitar was a little bit louder, and he wanted to start doing some solo shit, and he started out with like 4 or 5 girls standing around, and then it kept growing, and then he called it the Spill Canvas, and then he added a violin player, and then I was in my car, and he was pulling out a fucking Godfathers, and we were playing these punk shows when we were kids. I was like, "What's up, man? How you doing, dude? Haven't seen you in a while." I caught your last show at Z Coffee House. Thought it was pretty badass, man. We should get a project going. He says, "Yeah, man, that would be so kick-ass, dude. Fucking, you're such a good player, let's do it, right? He's such a fucking smoozer." He's like, "Yeah, dude, let's do that." I'm like, "All right, cool." Drives off, and I wrote down his phone number. I was like, "All right, let me get your number." Promptly, just kind of put it with my things and forgot all about it. About cut to 4 years later, Spill Canvas everywhere.
Dude,
fucking everywhere. And I was
it looks to me like
everywhere. I was
you
like,
sold out.
I was like, dude, I was on the cusp.
You wouldn't even give him the time of day.
I was on the cusp. I was on the cusp of trying to start a project.
Jerk.
But that project that I would have started with him would have never made
I've heard
that
this
money.
shit before.
It would have never made that money. You know what I mean? So they went on to do the Spill Canvas. But okay, I think the definite
Superman. They were in that movie.
Right.
What?
Soundtrack. They're in the soundtrack.
No fucking way.
Okay.
Why is
Anyway,
that
I don't even know what's going on.
The point with this
crazy.
topic is, what I'm getting at is that I feel like, so I have a few connections to people that play with, major acts or whatever. My buddy Max, fucking Max Bernstein, like you'll ever watch this, plays guitar for fucking Kesha. I just saw him on Jimmy Fallon the other night. Fucking, he's my buddy, dude. We played shows all the time in basements. In fucking Phil's Pub, basements. He was playing in a band called The Actual. Now he plays fucking guitar for Kesha.
He sucks.
Which is weird. No, he's not. He's awesome. He's awesome, dude. Here's my point.
What a great guitarist.
Here's my point. I think what you would qualify as a sellout is when you start compromising what you want to play for music as opposed to what would sell. And I realize there has to be a balance somewhere in there. Commercially, there would have to be a balance.
Yeah, if you want to make it.
But originally, for instance, Acoustic Exile, I don't give a fuck, dude. I'm doing whatever I want to do. I don't give a fuck. So I just play music that I want to play. You know what I mean? Pretty much every band I've ever been in has been like that. I've never been in a situation where people are like, well, you have to clean up this, you have to change that. You need to do this in order to be more marketable.
Yeah, that's because you
Does that make
That's
you
because you're the
fucking-
one who says that.
So is the,
No, I'm talking major scale shit. If someone tried to turn fucking, if someone tried to turn Parietal into fucking Nickelback, you know, that's what I'm talking about.
Have you met those guys?
good luck. Good luck is all I would
So
say.
this is what
Hanson would just look at you, give you a dirty fucking look, and walk off.
He would say, I think I got you figured out.
Look at this phone again. We haven't checked in with Nickelback in a while. I'll check in with them next week. But I would say that's when I would define you as a fucking sellout. You know what I mean? And by the way, fuck yourself.
So music and selling out.
I don't know. I mean, is there a quantifiable amount? I mean, like, would you agree that if you are more concerned with selling records than making your own music, that would qualify you as a sellout?
Yes, and it happens to decent bands too. But I understand why it happens. I don't agree with it. Yeah, I've got to.
You guys want to know a band that I will say that I actually love the band, their early shit, I love everything they fucking stood for, all that stuff, was CKY. You guys like CKY?
Amazing, man.
I don't know.
I barely heard it.
Oh shit, dude!
Awesome.
Fucking CKY.
That's surprising.
rules.
You never heard CKY?
I haven't.
I don't like.
I haven't.
From the Jackass.
No,
whole
Bam
era.
ain't in the band.
I know. He's just
brother
a
plays
bitch
drums.
advocate. And I'm
His
just
drummer plays drums for that.
I, yeah, I've never heard of it. I've never heard of it either.
I'm gonna
Dude,
play it for
they
you. I'm
fucking
gonna burn your
rule.
CD out. Yeah, for sure.
We'll look him up after this. All
Really
all that
good.
shit, but-
Yeah, that guitar solo at that.
Oh my god, Mr. Smalls or whatever.
Yeah. We're watching it after this.
Oh, dude, thank you. But either way, so that band fucking ruled, and they had like
You
the
think they sold out?
sweetest fuck. You gotta listen to their newest album. I'll bring that over, dude.
When was it released? Did their guitar
09?
player just quit?
Oh, not their singer and guitar player. just
years
quit. Yeah.
of
Or
when
just did,
records
though.
were released shouldn't matter in a sellout. A sellout happens actively, like a group.
Oh, dude, yeah, the whole band was still together.
They
when
kind of
did
just
it.
give up on maybe the direction, or you see bands that like have so many like
I think that it matters.
band member changes to where like
Yeah.
the original vision, the dude who started the band, maybe now
The one that kills.
now he wants to make some money and fucking like so he changes the direction and so he takes the name with him and like you're like
There are
what
cou-
the fuck
there-
happened to this band?
There are two bands that I can actively say that have sold out, and I'm not anti what it is, but it happened. And they're different genres, but I think Built to Spill sold out, and I think the Jesus
everyone
Lizard
knows them.
and Jesus Lizard sold
Never
out.
heard of Jesus.
See, I think that
sounds like
that
a hard band to
prerequisite
sell.
of selling out is getting on the Billboard 500. Yeah, like,
No, I think making money
I think that you have to
and,
make
and making
an
amends to
insurmountable amount of money in order to be considered selling out. I've never heard of those bands, but I mean, you know, like how much
Yeah.
money do you think they're probably making? Do you think that they're filthy rich? Do they live in like extravagant houses or anything?
I think they're all right, and I think they did it for the right reason.
I think all right is not really selling out. It's just,
I was trying
you
to
know,
go-
that maybe they wanted
Oh,
a little bit more
you were
marketable.
due your money because you toured for fucking 8 years, and then somebody finally was like, "Hey, we're gonna fucking take care of you."
Well, think about it, you struggle for 8 years and you figure out what you're doing just is not working. Either it's not working musically, like you're unsatisfied, or it's not working, you know, economically, like you're financially unsatisfied. And either way, you have to create that balance.
Then I've got the wrong idea of selling out.
Well, that's my idea. That's just my sole idea. It's like that's how I feel it should be. Like I didn't think Metallica sold out when they did Load and Reload. I felt
That
that they
shit
were.
was
Are you
awful.
are you kidding me?
Listen,
That's the epitome of
No doubt.
fuck.
no reason.
They
that
might as
I'll
well
do
be playing
that.
guitar for No Doubt.
Couldn't you even say
No doubt.
Yeah.
Dude, if
Hey,
anything, they
Oh,
tried
Doubt-
to mimic
No Doubt
Alice in
was good,
Chains and that grunge era. That is exactly what they did. They tried to keep up with the times. Do I think that that's a bad thing? It's up to them. They're the fucking artists. Metallica doesn't have to meet anybody's fucking requirements.
Exactly, but
Their
they
next album
did,
will sell.
and they're
Everybody
still
bought
meeting
Saint
someone.
Anger, and that
They're all
fucking
in
album
therapy
sucked.
together
Yes,
and on
they did.
TV. Oh,
They didn't meet my requirements.
Listen.
Not with that
Saint
shit.
Anger was fucking terrible. Terrible. It's
Some
the
of the riffs
worst.
are kind of cool.
No, it's
Some of the
fucking-
riffs
I
are
mean,
Jesus
ugh.
Christ.
I
This
can't
is
even-
brutal.
Frantic TikTok, seriously? You can't come up with anything better than that? But I'm just saying, like, Metallica's always done what they wanted.
Metallica sold out. We figured out the one band that we can for
They're
sure.
45 years old. They cut their hair. They had kids. They had some time off. They were different people, man.
You know what's ironic though? Like, didn't the last fucking Metallica?
They got a Wii game. You can play Metallica Wii version.
How come everybody gets, you know, like...
Didn't their last album, wasn't it thrashier? Wasn't
their last album was fucking awesome. Yeah. Death Magnetic was good.
Oh,
it was
God. I remember the cover of it and it fucking looked stupid.
Yeah, Metallica.
It's kind of cheesy with the...
I gotta be honest with you, I never liked Metallica. Anything they ever fucking did, like their older shit, like there was some of it that was entertaining. Like I liked some of the solos that fucking Hammond did and shit. Like
I think there was a level
thrash metal,
of complexity that wasn't in any other metal.
We're in a tough topic area.
It's awful. For the most part, it's so awful.
It's so bad. My thing with Metallica
compared
is
to like Megadeth or like fucking Slayer.
The thing is, Slayer.
Okay.
The thing about
Slayer's writing style is the same every fucking song. I know it's going to be the same.
The thing about Metallica is their newer shit is so awful, it ruins the shit that used to be good. Like, I can't even listen to those records.
It's unforgivable, baby.
Yeah.
If you
I just hear the unforgivable.
That's what it is, dude.
Jeez, it's so bad. The new shit's so bad. The old shit's bad now.
It discredits
the decent shit.
It discredits all previous work. It's so bad. That's how bad it was.
See, I just don't feel that way at all.
True, dude. Death Magnetic was an awesome
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Awesome record.
Alright,
technical standpoint is definitely higher.
Alright, bitches, we were way over our time. We made it through some of our shit. We'll come back with more controversial issues with you.
Continue the sellout conversation.
We'll continue the sellout conversation later. We're going to finish up with the riff of the day. Thanks again, bitches.
Yeah, we never decide to sell out.
Sell out.
Cut it.
Probably Metallica.
Fuck you, bitch.
Get
Fuck
out
you,
your
bitch.
face!
Thanks again, bitches. Once again, we give you the week of the day.
The week of the day. Once again, we give you the Wednesday.
Take two. Thanks again, bitches.
We give you the week of the day.
He totally fucking said that.
Thanks again, bitches. Thank God for video editing. I want to thank Justin Haper for coming on. I want to thank Frankie Fluxx. And I want to thank fucking Jake the Snake.
Yes.
We give you right now the week.
The week of the day.
The week.
The riff of the day.
The riff of the day. Go!
Was it? There you go.
Thanks again, bitches. You sons of bitches.
We're gonna learn that now, Jake. We're gonna play that together, Dick.
Let's play it, dude.
Yeah. Get the acoustic part, dog.
How do we do acoustic? Let's do it.
Wait, finish it up.
Someone to blame.
It's my...
Thanks again, jabronis. We want to thank you for tuning in. It's been another exciting week and controversial week at the fucking Humpcast. Again, we want to thank Common Sense, our awesome sponsors. They're just good dudes. Go check them out. We want to thank Haper from Somo. We want to thank Jake the Snake. We want to fucking thank all of you guys for tuning in. Frankie Fluxx. And until the next time, bitches, stay safe.
Happy 13!
Ow!
Some are married, some are passed away.
Hey.